Welcome to another episode of East Coast Take. I'm Brent, and this is Ken.
In this episode, you're going to hear our opinions, thoughts, and personal experiences on the keto diet, or lifestyle, as it were.
All for entertainment purposes only. Don't be taking any medical advice from us.
Because let's face it, if you're looking to Bren and Simpy for advice on anything, you're probably short a brain cell or two.
And whether you like or subscribe to the keto lifestyle, you should probably do the same for us.
And ring the bell, because that's where the true calorie loss is.
It's true.
The word diet is one of those words like religion. Upon hearing it, one tends to groan because they conjure up a lot of negative connotations. That's because both tend to focus on what you can't do instead of what you can do, or eat in this case. But whether you're tall, short, fat, and hard to get at, have a six-pack, have a dick-do, or a gunt, you probably at some point in time have been on a diet or thought about going on one. And one of the most popular right now is the keto diet or lifestyle. If you Googled it right now, you would get over 222 million hits. So buckle in and enjoy the show as Brent and I discuss the good, bad, and ugly of keto.
Why did you start keto anyway?
For myself, I started keto because all my friends were on keto. Based on the fact that I was 235 pounds, at the time, I decided to try it because it obviously was working for my friends. And that's why I went on it.
So weight loss was your main goal for going on keto. That was the to start out. I guess my goal was the same thing. I had tried, and you hear people about doing the yo-yo. You go, I lost some weight and I put it back on.
Right.
I lost some weight and I put it back on. And I wanted to try something. And the fact that we were calling it now a lifestyle is exactly what I was looking for. Was I don't just want to lose weight and go back to my old habits. I need to find something that I can do, I can sustain. That was the goal. I had already lost some weight through exercise and a few changes in my diet.
Right.
But it was only sort of working. Although I will say, the first time I heard somebody talk about having keto was actually our editor, Randy, pictured here, who said he was on keto, and I looked him right in the eye. This is the first night I met the man, too. Tells me he's on keto, says something about keto, and I went, keto doesn't work. I had absolutely nothing to base it on other than people on the internet.
You thought it was a cult.
People crapping all over it. It seemed like a cult kind of at first. Oh, yeah, you're not wrong. And then I actually tried it, and I went, I really feel like a total tool for just crapping all over it that one night. He was totally gracious about it, and then later on went, yeah, I knew when you said that eventually you probably try it and be like, yeah, no, it does work. So I was approaching the 300-pound mark, and things worked, but this worked the best. And I got the weight on because I ate extremely. So you need to take it off, for some people, the same route.
Tell our wonderful viewers what keto actually is.
Well, when you go on a keto diet, you start dropping out certain things. You're training your body to use fat for energy. So you drop your carbs, you drop out sugar, things like that, and you get your body into a state of ketosis because you start producing ketones. And your body now uses fat for fuel instead of the carbohydrates. So you get increased brain function. This is stuff that's all been scientifically tested, or studied, I should say. Improved brain function, mood. But the biggest one, of course, is weight. That's the thing that people notice, is they start taking weight off because the stored fat that you've had for years, your body is now starting to use. It works much better with some exercise, but the change in the diet is enough to start triggering that. So long as you're not overdoing it, you can't just switch to fat and eat that all day long. It's not going to work. There's still a little bit of diet involved in this as well, but there's a lot of really tasty stuff that you can have.
How does one get started on keto?
Well, I mean, there's the ease into it, or you can just jump right in and dump all the carbs and all the sugar and all the stuff that you liked before that you ate that you were like, this is really good, and just dump it and be like, all I'm going to eat now is stuff that's got fat in it and a lot of fiber. So which route did you go?
Number 2.
Yeah, me too. I did.
Have you not met me before? I don't ease into anything. One of the things that I get asked constantly, and I'm sure you do as well, when you're on keto, what's it like eating the same thing every day for breakfast, lunch, and supper? Not true. You can eat a whole bunch of awesome stuff.
Fish and chicken and beef and pork and ham, so long as it's not coated in sugar. You've got to keep your ratios proper so that you stay in ketosis, and also to keep yourself satiated and full so you're not hungry all the time as well.
There's a wide variety of vegetables as well too that you can
Absolutely.
have. Fruits, you can have blackberries, blueberries, raspberries, olives, avocado, nuts,
Eggs and bacon.
Eggs and bacon
There you go.
is good.
Everything measured and in moderation.
Exactly.
That's where the education part of this comes in, is you need to make sure that everything is done so that you're not overdoing on any one thing.
We don't eat the same thing day in and day out.
Oh, heavens no. The thing is, there are so many recipes out there that you can find on so many platforms. It doesn't matter what you're on, whether it's Facebook or Pinterest or wherever it is, just a good old-fashioned Google search. All of the recipe pages and whatnot now have got keto in there. So you can find a recipe that suits your lifestyle.
As Brent said before, you should consult a medical professional. My doctor told me that some of his colleagues think that keto is going to stamp out diabetes, or potentially could.
I talked to mine shortly after, probably about a month or so in, and she had just started it and was looking for recipes from my wife and myself, and we sent some to her, and she is still on it. That's been over a year, and absolutely loving it. So my medical advice was positive.
How come you're on keto? What's it done for you?
Weight loss would be the number one for myself.
How heavy were you?
I was approaching 300 pounds.
300 pounds. And what do you weigh now?
Back down to 222. Besides the weight loss, what I gained, now this is going to sound weird because people are going to be like, well, didn't he brush his teeth? Yes, I brushed my teeth, okay? But what I noticed was when I went to brush my teeth, because you drop the potato chips and all those carby type stuff, my teeth were cleaner to start with. A difference in your skin. Dandruff, for example.
Oh, okay.
Not that I had heavy dandruff.
I thought we were going in a whole...
No. I had a little bit of dandruff. I noticed that it cleared up. And I had patches on my arm, on right up in this, that were just like a bumpy, small, little... I had it for years. And that's gone. I'm not saying that's going to happen for everybody. I'm saying that's what happened to me. That was the good for me. So what other things did you find when you went on keto besides the weight loss?
I started to do more things for myself. Cooked more. I had pancakes for supper tonight.
Okay. Keto pancakes.
Keto pancakes, okay. Yes. But I never cooked pancakes ever in my life until keto. Because I have more energy in the evening too, I get a lot more accomplished.
Yes, energy was another one. They talk about mental focus. And I found for me that took a little bit longer than some of the other things that I started to notice. But all of a sudden, I realized one day that I was more focused in my tasks at work and whatnot and less distracted.
I have more money. If you're not lazy, you will spend less on food. Thing that I noticed for me that was good was my appearance. And I'm not talking about going from 240 pounds to 177, which I got down to when we were having our weight loss contest at one time. Went from 240 to 177. But just my overall general appearance, people commented on it daily. What don't you like about it?
Well, a couple of things happened. I did have some experiences where people thought I was ill. And quietly took me aside at work and said, you're okay, are you? Oh, yeah. No, I'm fine. You've lost a lot of weight.
Don't you lose any more weight.
I would call that a negative just because you sort of get to the point where you're tired of having that conversation with people. But the other thing that happened to me that definitely falls under negative, I had to buy a lot of clothes. Because when you put on a 2XL shirt and you're not 2XL anymore, it looks like a clown costume.
I guess the number one bad thing for me in keto is also one of the greatest things about keto, and that there is a wealth of information about keto. Too much information about keto. You basically, with anything, subscribe to one thing, and then the next time you check your email, there's 40 emails all regarding keto. Restaurants are a little tricky. I'm not saying that you can't go to a restaurant and eat keto, but here's an example. Bacon, good. Sausage, good. Eggs, good. Tell your waitress that you don't want the hash browns and you don't want the toast. You still have to pay for them anyway, even though they're not on the plate when it comes.
Okay, I'm going to ask you this though. I'm going to be a bit of a jerk for a second. So you're ordering the breakfast platter and eliminating stuff from it instead of looking through and saying, I'll take the bacon and eggs. Because most places have got bacon, eggs, toast, and you could just get the bacon and eggs without the toast.
There's not a lot of individual choices anymore on a menu.
Okay, all right.
That, and everybody has a medical opinion about keto.
You do end up
I find that everybody that you run into has a medical degree of some sort, or has talked to somebody that thought they had a medical degree, and they're very concerned.
Their sister's best friend's daughter tried keto 3 years ago and almost died in a car accident, so therefore keto's not good for you.
As I mentioned earlier, I was around 240, 245, and I went down all the way to 177 pounds. And my appearance was even drastically different than what I look like now, even though I'm under 200. Upon reflection, I'm not very happy with the way I look, because I went from 240 to 177, and I forgot the one simple thing that you have to do, not only on keto, but any lifestyle or diet change. Eating responsible, going to bed on time, and exercise. And from 240 to 177, I did not exercise at all. And it showed, because I had the loose
turkey neck
and the skin, and a little tip, don't weigh yourself every single day.
I disagree. So find your balance, folks. That's the thing. Find what works for you. If scales every day works, fine. If scales every Wednesday and Friday, whatever works for you. But hold yourself accountable, and that'll help you stay on the keto lifestyle. It is not a diet. Stop calling it that, because diets are temporary. Lifestyles will last much longer.
In the end, only you can do what's best for you.
And prevent forest fires. So if there's anything you think we missed, or anything you think we were incorrect on, tell us about it in the comments section.